Headlock, front headlock, and then tries to get the trip, but Martinez stays right in. Now Geary's under the arms, in behind, and he scores.
Possible pin in 2A. That's Will Smith being pinned by Mark Brandenburg, but coming out now. In fact, he's coming out for probably 1 point. He does. And so that Brandenburg had Smith in trouble there, but Smith from Manly is able to come out.
Brandenburg leads 6-1 in that match, by the way. Here we go back to AAA again between Victor Martinez in the dark uniform, who just got swatted back to the ground again by Zach Geary, who leads 4-2. We have a half a minute to go in the second period.
Gene Doyle, the coach at Cedar Falls, doing such a fine job there with a lot of his assistants there that in the program. They have really established a power in Cedar Falls, missing the state champion last year by 1 point, and now back taking the championship.
Geary put Martinez back to the mat, in near fall position for less than 5 seconds, more than 2 seconds. He got 2 points out of that at 6-4 and 6-2. And now Geary is going to work with the...
Oh, no, here comes Martinez out.
3-6, 6-3.
Snakes out there a little bit.
At the end, the very end of the period.
Those are important points.
Green takes down.
Here are the team standings in 3A, by the way. Cedar Falls is wrapping it up here. They have managed to do it. We'll have it for you in just a second. There it is. You see the bottom three there. Lewis Central has moved up into third place. They were fifth when we started tonight. Geary leads 6-3. Now...
That was a great little knee tap right
7-3.
there. 7-3. Comes around for the takedown. Very well executed by Zach Geary. Knee tapping around. And here comes Martinez. Again, like I said, he's dangerous. We've seen him. He can throw. But I'll tell you what, it'll be something if he can break through this solid basic foundation of Zach Geary, who just keeps coming at you. Talked about Cedar Falls powerhouse. It's great to see Mick Pickford go out with one of his finest years there. Fort Madison in 5th place. They finished 3rd in 1980, but this is one of his very good teams. It's been a great year for him, and I'm glad to see it be such a nice last year for Mick.
2-on-1 tie-up by Victor Martinez as a setup.
Nice.
Geary ducks in there quick on the leg.
Set it up nice, dropped down, lowered his level, attacked the hips, and just came around for the 2 points. That's Zach Geary. With only 45 seconds left in the match.
Takedown, the third takedown by Geary. He also has a 2-point near fall and an escape, and leads 9-3. With only a half a minute to go here at 125 pounds.
Press one.
There's one for Martinez. Escape.
Geary also on the Iowa Wrestling Federation's team. There's a takedown. It's just straight go ahead, attack the double, knock him down. That was good. But anyway, Zach Geary was on the junior national Greco team and freestyle team, and he was a state Greco-Roman champion.
Takes the leg. He has 15 seconds. He could just stay in there if he wanted to. He leads by 5 on his way to a state title for Cedar Falls.
Hold up. Let's go.
The referee Arlo Flagey says that's not going anywhere. We're going to have a stalemate. Bring him back to the feet. 9-4. Geary in the light uniform. Geary got called immediately for stalling, and there was no doubt about it. He was on his bicycle. And he's happy.
That's the first of 3 Cedar Falls wrestlers yet tonight. Zach Geary, the champion at 125, making Coach Gene Doyle very happy. Coach.
Right here, we got to get the hands up. Okay.
And Geary is the winner. You aren't going to see much hair on the heads of the Cedar Falls wrestlers. They did a lot of head shaving this week. Let's go to 1A where they're still wrestling, and this is Brad Knoyer against Mark Schultze. Now the score here is 5-4 in favor of Schultz of Rock Valley. Neither of these men has lost. Rock Valley's Schultz is in the green leg bands, and Brad Knoyer with the yellow down the side. 40-0 from CMO Oakland. We have a minute to go in the third period, and this one has not been decided. It's 5-4. Knoyer last year was in a different division. He was in 2A instead of 1A.
And of course, Mark Schultz, he's been here a lot. He's been here 4 times. He's placed 4th. He was a champion last year. And
he's won 69 straight.
He knows what it's like to win. And just like Canoyer, he's been here 4 years straight.
By the way, Mark Brandenburg at 2A of Emmetsburg beat Will Smith 7-5. We'll have a report on that later at 2A. This is the only match still going at 125 pounds. 1A, Brad Canoyer against Mark Schultz.
In this match, we have 75 wins and no losses between these two. 40-0 for Brad Canoyer, 35-0 for Mark Schultz. His career record, 132 wins and only 3 losses.
In comes Canoyer. He's trailing by a point. Fought off by Schultz's hard whizzer with 10 seconds to go in the match. 5-4. 10 seconds to go, and somebody here is going to lose for the first time this year. Canoyer last year was number 4 at 135 pounds at the 2A division. And again, the winner is Mark Schultz. Schultz is the winner.
Feels so good, and it feels so bad, you know.
Oh, yeah. For every winner, there's a loser, but in the long run. Let's go to the awards now for 119 pounds. 1A
presenting the Class 1A 119-pound award, Coach Kent Eckness of Rock Valley. 6th place, Eric Hart, Coon Rapids Bear. 5th place, Brian Watts, Corning. 4th place, Brian Feld, Rockwell Central Lytton. 3rd place, Chris Westfall, Wyoming Midland. Runner-up, Darren Hellman, Gilbertville Don Bosco. And the 1A 119-pound champion from Rock Valley, Kirk Eckness.
How about that? Ken Eckness puts the medal on Kirk Eckness's winning form up there on the 119-pound stand at 1A. Rock Valley's champion, Kirk Eckness. He beat Darren Hellman 13-5. Now we have the 2As.
Presenting the Class 2A 119-pound award, Coach Bob Galick of Carlisle. 6th place, Will Thompson, Jefferson Scranton. 5th place, Jason Dyer, Pleasantville. 4th place, Matt Purdy, Olwine. 3rd place, Larry Dobson, Nevada. Runner-up, Terry Zurich, West Lyon, Inwood. And the 119-pound 2A champion from Carlisle, Doug Titus.
2 titles in a row for that happy young man. Let's go to Dick Trotter for a floor report.
All right, Doug, at 7-5 was the score. It's surprising because it all happened so fast. Mark Brandenburg, your state champion from Emmetsburg at 125 pounds, was outscored in the 3rd period, but he won it 7-5 over Will Smith.
6th place, Troy Carlson, Mason City. 5th place, David Kjelgaard, Lewis Central, Council Bluffs. 4th place, Greg Myers, Burlington. 3rd place, Scott Naughton, Iowa City, City High. Runner-up, Matt Ryle, Fort Dodge. And the 3A 119-pound champion from Dubuque Waller, Will Kelly.
Will Kelly, the champion at the 3A division, 119 pounds. Now we're going to 130 pounds. And here we have an opportunity to see a man going for his 4th title. It's Jeff McGinness of City High of Iowa City. He'll be wrestling Newton's Rod Ergenbright. And we asked earlier Jeff McGinness, what were his thoughts coming into this 4-time championship match?
I'm just thinking I want to go out there and have fun. It's my last high school match of my career. Go out there. I eventually want to pin my guy, but I just want to take it to the guy.
That's Jeff McGinness.
I just want to take it through the guy. I think that's probably been the attitude he's had since he started wrestling, and he certainly has just taken it to most of the guys that he's
Well,
wrestled.
170 straight matches in high school. He's already signed on at the University of Iowa. He is, he's tough. He just goes at you. He's pinned everybody in this meet so far. He's extremely solid. You'll see him keep good position. Rod Ergenbright of Newton is only a junior. He's 28-5. He's had a fine year, but this, of course, is the toughest man he's faced probably this year.
Out of the 28 wins for Rod, he's had 17 pins, so he can put it to him.
Now you see McGinness lock up with a body lock on the edge. They go out of bounds, no damage done there to either man. Silver coming back in with 25 seconds gone in his 2-minute first period. That's Jeff McGinness. On the right from City High in Iowa City.
He likes to work the ties, and he drops to the outside single. In 1A, we've got Dan Gabrielson from Belmont and Chris Jones from Central Decatur Leon. Gabrielson in the red. And Jones
He's the man who beat Ike Light. And at 2A, we have Jamie Hyde of Humboldt against Steve Wilbur of Storm Lake.
Storm Lake in the green there.
We'll keep track of them a little bit later. Oh, there's Ergenbright coming in on the leg of Jeff McGinness with a score of 4-2 in favor of McGinness. 2 takedowns for McGinness. Ergenbright could not do it, and it's now 6-2. So McGinness goes to work on top.
Watch the arm, watch the arm, watch the arm.
Referee Donald Holmes of Vinton is telling McGinness that he's worried about the angle of the arm on the shoulder there. And so he calls him away from that. 6-2 with 39 seconds to go in the first period.
Speaking of honors, speaking of wrestling internationally, we have a junior world champion in Jeff McGinness. He's won a couple of national junior championships. Look at that execution.
Cute takedown. 8-3 now.
I've not talked to anybody that doesn't think he's one of the finest ever to come out of the state, and it looks like it's close to a fall. Wow.
Don Holmes is looking at it to call it. Definitely a 3-point near fall because he held him for 5 seconds. Now he has him again. Man, he is a machine. He has only 3 seconds here to do it, though. 2, 1. Gave it up. 3-point near fall, 11-3.
Of course, I told you earlier in the night that Brad Smith, the coach at Iowa City High, who was so long a successful coach at Lisbon, had a couple of 4-time state champions, and said that this young man, Jeff McGinness, is the finest high school wrestler he's ever seen in his 15 years of coaching.
There's that low single. He likes that John Smith single.
Smith, you know, John Smith really revolutionized the sport right there with that low single, and it's quite an attack, and McGinness has become real proficient at it. It's his favorite move.
Now 13-3. You notice the Ergenbright shows up. He didn't want to go either under or on top in this position.
You know, we talk about pin, and obviously he wants to pin. He wants to drive and pin every wrestler he wrestles. He's done it here at the state tournament, and out of his 40 wins this year, he has 28 pins, and I'm sure a number of technical falls.
Now he lets Ergenbright go. This is Ergenbright of Newton, who is a junior. He'll be back next year. Another takedown for McGinness. Just powers his way in. Has the cradle now. This is where he wants to end it. He wants to end it right here.
1, 2, too high. 1, 2, 3.
Ergenbright has a hold of Jeff's leg right there, keeping him from being able to. Now he's got him tight.
A lot of time, 40 seconds to go. Oh, Ergenbright is away.
3.
So that's 18-4. Now it will be stopped as a technical fall when they reach 15 points.
So next time that Jeff McGinness gets Rod Ergenbright on his back, he has to pin him, or the match is called for a technical fall.
Watch his arm, son.
There's the bar arm, and try the half Nelson. You want to try to stack him up that way.
He's got the chicken wing there, and he'd like to drive it over.
Watch the arm. Watch the arm.
He's got good position right now, and he's driving.
He has just a few seconds, though.
So he's going to have to wait till the last period.
And this period will end with no fall. 18-4 in favor of the man going for number 4, Jeff McGinness.
Well, the confidence you see in that young man is true. He's got a lot of confidence. He's going to choose up here with it being his choice. He's going to push him away, or no, he's going to take the Olympic start, drive on him, and he says, I want to work for that fall.
Well, it's 18-5. That's a 13-point lead. Now, 18-4, actually. 18-4. He's not letting him go.
Going to be a 4-time state champion. He's one of the greatest technicians that this sport has seen in high school, and we haven't had a whole lot of state or 4-time state champions. And
you hear Don Holmes worrying about the arm. Now here he comes. He's got the half Nelson. Now he's putting Ergen Bright in a very bad position.
And it's tight.
McGinness
He's
going
in the Saturday
for number
night
4.
ride. There it is at the fall.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it. With 4:36 gone in the match, it's a pin for a 4-time state champion, undefeated Jeff McGinness. 171 high school meets in a row without a loss.
That's a great accomplishment. I know what it's like to coach a kid that you finally take the pressure off. You've done it. Brad Smith, his longtime assistant at Iowa City, Garl McLaughlin. Oh, what a feeling.
Jeff McGinness.
Way to go, Brad.
Even though the other matches go on, the crowd of 12,000 people and more.
There's the Hawkeyes giving. They're here. I also want to mention Clyde Dean, longtime coach at Iowa City High, who was the coach for a couple of years with Jeff McGinness. He's here in the stands. I'm sure he's very proud of this young man. What a team effort to bring. Look at this. Oh, it's tight. That reverse half here. Where a neck wrench right there, and he puts in the Saturday night, and it's a fall. What a way to win it.
And Rod Ergenbright of Newton gets to come back next year without having this man in his way.
Does that spell relief? Oh.
Yes, Rod Ergenbright will get to come back as his senior year without having Jeff McGinness out there.
That's a good point.
Let's go to Class 1A. We still have a period to wrestle. The score here is between Dan Gabrielson and Chris Jones, 2 undefeated wrestlers. Is Gabrielson 4 and Jones 2.
You know, an interesting story about Gabrielson from Belmont Clemmy there. The last time someone, 15, 16 years ago in the mid-70s, a wrestler from Belmont by the name of Richie Wilson stopped another wrestler from getting his 4th title, Brent Hagan from Britt. And so now Belmont's had 2 wrestlers in their history to stop young men from getting their 4th title.
Now Gabrielson is in the blue, and he is on top, and he's leading 4-2 as we go into this last period. Chris Jones, undefeated from Central Decatur in Leon, coached by Dan Christensen, is 41-0 coming into this meet. Gabrielson was the man who beat Ike Light, as we just said.
Ike Light was going for his 4th title. Gabrielson met him in the semis and beat him.
Dan Gabrielson finished 2nd last year to Light at a lower weight. Now it's 4-3. Well, it's listed as 4-4 here. I must have missed a point somewhere along the line.
Either that or the scoreboard.
Somebody went wild at the scoring table. 6-3 is now the score that's listed, and I'm not quite sure how we got there, but Gabrielson leads 6-3. He's in the blue. He's in on the leg.
He's in on that leg. And he's had a tough, great tournament. And like I said, he's probably had that loss to Ike Light last year in the finals on his mind all year. His coach, John Yoder, just couldn't say enough good things about him. He's real excited. It was very much of a highlight for him to see his young wrestler, or his wrestler that is a senior, get that win last night in the semifinals.
Chris Jones is only a junior from Central Decatur. He's in the red. He's still coming at it. He's 3 points behind. He has 40 seconds to go, but Gabrielson is doing the attacking on the leg here.
Gabrielson, no stranger to this state tournament. He's been here all 4 years, qualified as a freshman, was 4th as a sophomore. Last year, as we said, he was a runner-up. Here he is again.
He went under that time and didn't have anywhere to go, so Jones locks up that front headlock. Question is, can he do something with it? He has 20 seconds to make up 3 points.
Jones here in the finals. He's in the state tournament for his first time ever. He's only a junior, has another year.
Now we're down to 10 seconds. 6-3 in favor of Gabrielson, who is still attacking with a 3-point lead. And as long as he's attacking, Jones can't score. And Gabrielson is the winner. Gabrielson the winner. He beat Ike Light last night in the semifinals, and he finishes a 34-0 year. Big year for that young man, coached by John Yoder.
That's a big win. So often you come off a huge win in the semis, what you've been pointing towards, and there's a letdown.
Let's go to the awards for 125 pounds 1A.
Coach Kent Eckness of Rock Valley. 6th place, Charlie Beach, LeGrand East Marshall. 5th place, Colby Yoder, Belmont Clemmy. 4th place, Don Even, Wapsie Valley Fairbanks. 3rd place, Tony Milkoff, Cedar Rapids LaSalle. Runner-up, Brad Canoyer, Carson, Macedonia. And the 1A 125-pound champion from Rock Valley, Mark Schultz.
Attaboy, Mark. $33-0. 34-0 this year, actually.
Presenting the Class 2A 125-pound award, Coach Clint Young of Emmetsburg. 6th place, Aaron Tony Johnston. 5th place, Brian Sell, Glenwood. 4th place, Ben Shane, Iowa Falls. 3rd place, Danny Stevens, Centerville. Runner-up, Will Smith, Manly North Central, North K. And the 125-pound 2A champion from Emmetsburg, Mark Brandenburg.
Mark Brandenburg, champion from Emmetsburg. Not the first from that school, and I'm sure not the last. Coached by Clint Young. Mark Brandenburg beats Smith 7-5. Now up on the stand come the 6th place winners at AAA at 125.
Presenting the Class 3A 125-pound awards, Coach Gene Doyle of Cedar Falls. 6th place, Wade Odlin, Webster City. 5th place, Matt Young, Indianola. 4th place, Scott Bailey, Clinton. 3rd place, Jay Dickey, Waterloo West. Runner-up, Victor Martinez, Fort Madison. And the 3A 125-pound champion from Cedar Falls, Zach Geary.
Zach Geary from the team that's locked up the 3A title at Cedar Falls. Here's Dick Trotter with a special guest.
And we'll have that special guest in just a second, but first we want to announce that Jamie Height of Humboldt has defeated Steve Wilbur of Storm Lake by the margin of 4-2. There you see an excited Jamie Height. Right now, another excited young man from Iowa City in Class 3A competition and 4-time state champion, Jeff McGinness. Jeff, when the score was 18-4, what'd you have in mind?
I just wanted to put him on his back and not let him off, knowing that I was going for the fall. I wanted to put him away for the tournament, and I was able to do that. I wasn't sure. He was pretty flexible. I tried to him early in the match, but I wasn't able to.
You're in pretty select company right now, only 9 altogether.
Yeah, I was kind of sad that I couldn't make it either, but, I mean, that helped me realize. My dad told me right before that match, he goes, you see what can happen. That helped me all stay focused.
You could have written a script when you were a freshman. Would you have predicted 171-0?
I really don't know. At the time after I won my match, I was really thinking about it, so I really didn't know if I was going to be capable of doing it.
Jeff, there you see your final match as a high school senior and another state championship, 4 in a row. Congratulations, and all Iowa City and all Iowa is proud of you, young man. Best of luck to you.
Thanks.
Jeff McGinness and his coach. Now back to you, Doug.
Good job there, Jeff. Thank you, Dick. Let's go to 135. Now we're going to turn to the 1A schools and begin our coverage at each weight class for a while with the 1As. We have Paul Kaufelt of Central Decatur of Leon wrestling Chad Stanley of Interstate 35 Truro for the title at 135 pounds. Now, Kaufelt will be wearing the red uniform And Stanley of Interstate 35 is in the blue. You'll notice that Chad Stanley is, boy, he has one leg that is bound up from ankle to hip. But that hasn't stopped him from going in for the first takedown there. Chad Stanley goes up 2-0. He had a serious injury during the year. Torn anterior cruciate ligament, and he survived it.
Yeah, that's quite an accomplishment. His dad's the coach at Adel.
Not his own coach. That's interesting.
That's right. Jack Stanley at Adel DeSoto.
Referee's Dwight Spangler of DeWitt, by the way. 135 pounds. You're on Iowa Public Television's live coverage of the 1993 State Wrestling Championships from Veterans Auditorium. Our other matches, first of all at 2A, Ben Euchre, this is a big one. Ben Euchre of Osage against David Morgan of New Hampton.
And he's already behind. Morgan is ahead.
Morgan has to win for New Hampton to have a chance at the state title.
Now it's 2-2.
And it's a big one. Euchre has pinned Morgan twice this year, but Morgan is trying to do better this time. 3A, it's Seth Scepter of Mason City against Mark Ironside.
One of the best, already signed with the University of Iowa. Mark Ironside, a returning state champion from Cedar Rapids, Jeff, Coach Dick Briggs.
So let's go back to 1A, knowing what's on the other match now. It's 2-1 after the escape for Caulfield. Chanley got the first takedown, and he's in again on the leg. Single leg coming around behind. He's got it. 4-1. Stanley.
Caulfield has already beaten Stanley twice. His only 2 losses. Stanley's is to the man he's facing right now.
Well, Stanley's up by 2 takedowns here.
You know who?
Uh-oh. Caulfield now coming across in a scramble, and it ends the first period with no change, 4-1.
You think these two know each other? Caulfield is 40-1. You know who his loss is to, Doug?
I got 1 red.
The man he's wrestling.
So they're 2-1 this year.
2-1 this year in the dual meet sectional finals and district finals. There's Coach Randy Calvert from Interstate 35. And
Caulfield had his choice, by the way. Stanley deferred to him. So Stanley will have his choice in the last period. Caulfield decided to go under. Stanley says, I'm going to go on my feet with you, young man. 4-3 here.
No,
Did they give him a takedown? They gave the escape at the end of that period. Yes, yes. So they had a discussion, the referee and match judge, and decided that Caulfield deserved a point for an escape, and he got it. And now he has another one, and it's 4-3. 4-3 in favor of Stanley on the left.
Don't block. Don't block, Green.
Chad Stanley's blocking off with his head and his arm right there, making it real tough for Caulfield to get in. They know each other so well. They know each other's moves, and it's going to be, the margin of error is very, very small for each of these young men.
Caulfield in the red uniform. He got here by beating Herbie Buell of Alum and North Polk 11-1. He pinned Ben Lenny of Belle Plaine, and then he beat Corey Davis of Wapsie Valley 8-5. Stanley got here by beating Ian Mall of Dallas Center 9-5. Thatcher Bell of Mason City Newman 6-4, and another toughie, Ryan Schweitzberger of Kingsley Pearson 12-10. This timeout is being taken to look at Stanley's knee.
Caulfield's won 125 matches in his career.
Time being taken here.
Well, over on the 2A match,
we're trying to watch that 2A match because Morgan in the light uniform on top has to win for New Hampton to have a chance for the state title, and he's ahead 6-4 after 2 periods. And that's at the 3A match. Seth Scepter and Mark Ironside. The score there is 17-10 Ironside.
Ironside well on his way to winning another state championship.
Here it's 4-3 in favor of Stanley, the man on the left.
Got the quarter Nelson there. He's trying to set up a shuck by. See, he's putting the pressure on the head, trying to get it so that Caulfield is out of position.
And this time, the referee says that's not going anywhere. We need to rework it. Now, Stanley's having trouble with the guard on his leg. I think the tape keeps coming loose.
And I can update you on the matches again as we have this lull in the action right here on the 2A match. Morgan from New Hampton has gone ahead 8-4 with 1:35 left in the match.
Boy, we're setting up a 189-pound state title match maybe for the whole team.
And with a minute left, Ironside's up 19-11.
Stanley is warned for blocking with his head.
Morgan scoring points with the back over on that 2A match, but right here, look at this. They're fighting for position right here, Stanley and Kofelt. We've got Morgan trying to pin Euchre from Osage, and he's up 10-5 right now with a minute left.
And if he wins, we'll go to that 189-pound match between the two representatives of these two schools in the 2A championships. Chad Kodum of West Lyon and Chad Utley of New Hampton to decide the team title.
Well, and this is an interesting match over here with Morgan and Euchre, because Euchre's pinned Morgan twice this year, but they were good matches, and Morgan's rising to the occasion right now.
Here we are at 1A, Paul Kofelt and Chad Stanley. A good match, 4-3. We just started the third period, and Stanley is on the underside, this time leading by a point.
You can see that leg all bandaged up, and as Doug told you earlier, he survived torn anterior cruciate ligament. He's got that thing wrapped from the ankle all the way up to the thigh, and he's a courageous young man to be out there.
Not go anywhere, guys. Let's go.
Stalemate. Referee Dwight Spangler of DeWitt calls him back to the center again, and once more, here comes Stanley. The tape is coming loose on his guard.
We got 12 seconds left. It's about 11 seconds left in that 2A. It's 12-6 New Hampton. It looks like it's going to come down to 189 for the 2A state championship. And Mark Ironside has won his championship.
Here is Kofelt on the top, but trailing by a point. Kofelt in the advantage position over Chad Stanley, trailing 4-3. He needs to turn Stanley or else let him go and try to take him down. And the winner, by the way, was David Morgan, so 12-6. So we're setting up a championship match at 189, which will decide not only an individual title, but a team title at 2A. Look forward to that. That's coming up at 189 pounds.
Second loss for Osage tonight in the finals. It wasn't a good finals night.
Come on, let's go. We're going.
We have a minute here to go with the score 4-3 in favor of Stanley. But Stanley's in the bottom here, has not been able to get out. But Kofelt hasn't been able to turn him. He's going to have to make a decision here very soon about whether to let him out and try to take him down or continue trying to turn him. He has not been able to turn it.
Coach Dan Christensen, a little body English in the corner. He's urging his young wrestler to try to come out, try to come up.
You see him glance over to his coach now. He's on his side.
He's watching him on top. His wrestler Kofelt is on top right now, and he's just trying to get him to get that tilt with his arm bar series.
He's going to stay with it.
He must feel very comfortable on the mat there with his turn.
Down.
So now with 34 seconds to go, he's going to go take the international start. He's going to let him go and try to tie it with a takedown. So there it is.
That's all you can do. Oh,
yes.
He dropped in on the leg. He has got it tight. He could finish this off if he can shake Stanley away. The longer he stays there, the harder it's going to be, and they're going to call a stalemate.
It's 5-3. We're down to 15 seconds.
What he needs here, it doesn't matter whether Stanley's going to his back. He needs control. Kofelt does.
What do you think?
Actually, I thought he might try to tie him up and hold him to his back there, but it's not possible. 10 seconds to go. 10 seconds to go. And Stanley in the blue leads by 2.
Stay in there.
And Stanley's going to win.
And that's it. State championship for Chad Stanley.
Good job, boys.
Evens up his year with these two. 2-2. 2-2.
Looks like it. Good job.
And the big one goes to Stanley.
And another winner. Let's get some awards at the 130-pound class. 1A, first of all.
Class 1A, 130-pound awards. Coach John Yoder of Belmont Fleming. 6th place, Derek Morris, Lenox. 5th place, Shane Manning, New London. 4th place, Jason Keating, Winthrop, East Buchanan. 3rd place, Ike Light, Lisbon. Runner-up, Chris Jones, Leon, Central Decatur. And the 1A 130-pound champion from Belmont Fleming, Dan Gabrielson.
A happy young man from Belmont Fleming, Dan Gabrielson. Came from 2nd place in a lower weight last year to 1st place this year. That's the 1A standings as we see them now. Lisbon has locked it up. Don Bosco 2nd. Rock Valley doing well too, has come up to 3rd.
Presenting the Class 2A
Here are the 2A
130-pound awards.
Awards at
Coach
130.
Ron Wasaba of Humboldt. 6th place, Jared Duwa, Mid-Prairie Wellman. 5th place, Mark Zurif, West Lyon Inwood. 4th place, Justin Glider, Independence. 3rd place, Ryan Isaacson, Clarinda. Runner-up, Steve Wilbur, Storm Lake. And the 130-pound 2A champion from Humboldt, Jamie Height.
Attaboy, Jamie. 2A champion at 130 pounds for Humboldt. We're going to see the team standings also here for the 2As. This one is the one that's getting to be exciting. We're going to have the championship settled at 189 pounds in the 2A class.
Oh, it doesn't get any more exciting.
Yeah. Now, actually, it's higher than that because it's actually 86 to 84 now, or 86, yes.
82. I mean, 83. 83.
Because New Hampton won another match.
That's right.
And it will be settled at heavyweight. There's the 3A. Cedar Falls has won it there. Lewis Central's up to 3rd. Let's go to 3A at 119. At 135.
4th place, Curtis Anderson, Fort Dodge.
And
3rd place, Paul Peterson, Cedar Rapids Prairie. Runner-up, Rod Ergenbright, Newton. And the Class 3A 130-pound champion, his 4th time a state champion, and also the 4th undefeated wrestler in Iowa high school history, Jeff McGinness, Iowa City High.
And 12,000 in the Veterans Auditorium again stands for to honor this young man.
it's interesting that Carl McLaughlin was the one that gave him the medal there, the only coach to be with him all 4 years.
Jeff McGinness. Let's go to Dean Borg.
David Morgan of New Hampton was completely emotionless throughout his match with Ben Euchre of Osage because Euchre had pinned him twice this year. That's the only emotion he showed in the entire match, but now he shows it because he is the champion at AA, 135 pounds, decisioning Euchre 12-6 tonight. Dick?
All right, Dean. Mark Ironside of Cedar Rapids Jefferson High School becomes a two-time state champion for the Jayhawks as he defeated Seth Scepter of Mason City by the margin of 25-16. There you see Mark, a very happy young man, now a two-time state champion for the Jayhawks of Cedar Rapids Jefferson. Doug.
And he's signed at the University of Iowa also with Jeff McGinness.
And that 27-16 seems really great, and it gave him third place finish right now, a half a point out of second. So he was trying like crazy to get the fall to send Jefferson into second place, but he did get him into third place right now.
They just moved past Lewis Central. Now we're going to 140 pounds. We're still beginning with the 1H class here, the small schools, where we have Corey Starry of Cedar Rapids LaSalle wrestling against Chad Martin of Belle Plaine. Now Chad Martin is coached by Al Billings, Corey Starry by Dan Connor. Starry is 42-3 this year. And Starry is in the green uniform, Chad Martin of Belle Plaine in the dark blue. And there is Starry in on a leg right away. The outside single, picks it right up. Going for the first takedown if he can get it. Still doesn't have it. Doesn't have advantage.
Third time in the state tournament for Corey Starry.
Good whizzer by Martins, keeping him out of here. Oh. Good scramble, and this not settled yet.
Wow.
A tough whizzer there by Martin, who's got a lot of length.
The Starry, he has beaten the #1 and #2 ranked wrestlers in this tournament to get to the finals. That's an accomplishment in itself. I'm sure he'd like to finish it off. Chad Martin from Belle Plaine also here in the state tournament for the 3rd time.
He pinned his first 2 opponents in the tournament. Chad Martin, no score there. Now at 2A, we have Ryan Jensen of Winterset against Kirk Stansbury of Sheraton for the championship. And at the AAA mat, Wade Anderson of Waterloo West goes against John Tornberg of West Des Moines Valley in what is a replay of last year's 3rd place match. And there's Martin.
Belle Plaine and LaSalle, not too far from each other. Cedar Rapids, LaSalle, and Belle Plaine. In fact, these 2 young men have probably worked out together, and yet they've never met in competition.
Martin got the takedown. He countered that first series of moves on that scramble. This time after a new start, he gets the top position, 2-0, with 20 seconds to go in the first period. At 140 pounds in Veterans Auditorium, it's the Iowa High School Wrestling Championships of 1993, live on Iowa Public Television. With Tim Johnson, I'm Doug Brown. And for an extravaganza like this, we have most of Iowa Public Television here. And a few people, I think, are ringers, actually. Because lots of mats, lots of people, lots of things going on.
Well, you know, wrestling's one big family anyway. You know, not only Iowa Public Television, but the family tradition lives on out here in wrestling. This young man that's getting down in referee's position, Chad Martin, is a nephew of Bob Yelich, a star for Belle Plaine and then Co-College.
Oh, here is Starry.
And he's in trouble here.
On his back.
It's close. It's
That's
close
a tough
so far.
spot. That's a tough spot.
Martin fighting hard.
Bob McNeil is down there looking at it. A lot of time in the second period. And Martin survived that, but it's a 3-point near fall, makes it 3-2 in favor of Starry. Tell you, when he started underneath, I don't think Martin expected that to happen. Starry of Cedar Rapids, LaSalle. Well, he works that half Nelson, doesn't he?
Well, I think this Starry, he's a basic go-for-you, go-ahead type wrestler, and he's wrestling a more
Sucks him back again.
kind of an unorthodox wrestler in Chad Martin. 2 different styles right here, and it's working for, you know, both of them. And right now, Starry's got the upper hand, 3-2.
They're both tall and lanky, as a matter of fact.
But they wrestle differently.
Starry uses a tight waist and goes to the half Nelson. He uses it without the breakdown. He uses that that ride with 45 seconds to go.
The difference I was talking about is Starry's going to put in a half Nelson. He says, okay, I've got the half in. I'm going to drive it, and this is exactly what I'm going to do. If you can stop me, fine, but that's what I'm going to do. Well, Chad Martin comes a little bit sneakier. He is great. He gets in there, he gets position, and all of a sudden, boom, he'll hit you. So it's a different type of style.
3-2 in favor of Starry. He had a near fall right at the beginning of this period, and Martin barely got off his back. And here comes Starry again. No back point. The angle wasn't right, but he has a half Nelson. And
see, there's that half, and he caught him. He caught Chad Martin because Martin was the one that was coming out then, and he's coming out again possibly.
He did get a 2-point near fall, but it may be a reversal unless
I'll tell you,
runs out.
this match is not over. It's end of the second period, though.
No escape. No escape. A 2-point back near fall.
That's a
by
close call.
Starry.
We got red going down.
There's Dan Connor from LaSalle. He'll be, he gets a little animated on the side sometimes. We'll keep the camera on him a couple of times. He says, get in there and go.
So Starry, leading by 3, goes on the bottom. This is a good match. 2 minutes left to go. Martin stops his first move, breaks him down. But here is Martin on top. He needs 3 points. What does he use? Well, he uses a crossface.
Yeah, he gets right in there. He likes the spiral, but he can cradle too. And right now, I think he's looking for the cradle because you're right, Doug. He needs points.
Puts the leg in now. See Starry. He's not going anywhere. It's Martin's got that leg in on him tight with about a minute and a half to go.
Chad Martin do a nice job on top here. Look at, he's got the near wrist right here. The spiral right down, keeps him broken down, but he needs to turn him.
He has 3 points to make up. Starry comes to his knees from the underside with a minute and 10 to go. That's Corey Starry of Cedar Rapids, LaSalle. The 1A title at 140 is at stake.
You know, I like, you know, you get ready for the state tournament, you get together when you're
There's
close.
a warning, by the way, TJ, excuse me, against Starry on the bottom.
Both of these wrestlers have a lot of respect for each other, and they've worked out together in preparing for the state tournament. And I like what Corey Starry said. He says, you know, we've wrestled, but it's hard to tell who gets the better end of things. And it is hard to tell in this match, but right now, Corey Starry has the better end of things. With only
There's a point.
Seconds. Now he's got a 2-point lead. What goes from 5 to 2 to 5 to 3. And so,
and out they come. Now, to make that escape possible, it's 6 to 3.
Possible pin at 2A right there.
Between Jensen and Stansbury. And the man who is doing the pinning is Ryan Jensen.
Story gets a takedown in our match right here to ice the win, 8 to 3.
With 5 seconds to go. That's the man go, 8 to 4. And there it is. That was a good match between two talented and well-matched people, Starry and Martin. Neither man could anything to apologize for there. Corey Starry's the winner.
Happy coach Dan Connor. And
let's go to 2A. This is where we have 20 seconds to go. It's 8 to 4 in favor of Ryan Jensen in the black, and he leads. No, not.
Yeah.
Yes, in the black, and he is now ahead 10 to 4 because he had a 2-point near fall a minute ago. Ryan Jensen of Winterset.
Big win.
He spends a lot of time in the wrestling room wrestling Corey Christensen, and now he can say, I'm a state champion, too.
2 Winterset men in the finals, and the first championship goes to this young man, Ryan Jensen. Only a junior.
Now the 3A mat is still alive. Wade Anderson against Joe Tornberg. Wade Anderson against Joe Tornberg. Now John Tornberg of West Des Moines Valley is leading here 4 to 3 with only a half a minute to go in the match. And that is Wade Anderson taking the shot underneath. He's from West Waterloo, coached by Don Huff. He's trailing by 1.
Tornberg, of course, coached by Vern Hill.
And there comes Anderson.
If he drives through, he's got a takedown. He just got to keep on driving. Got to cut off, or Tornberg's going to be able to scoot around.
10 seconds to go here.
That's 2 points for Tornberg, it looks like, and
nobody calling here. And the man in the black right there from Valley, John Tornberg, held on.
And I meant 2 points for Wade Anderson, the way it was. No.
John Tornberg is the winner, 4 to 3. Now the story of that goes back to last year, you know, when they wrestled for 3rd place. They wrestled for 3rd place last year, and Wade Anderson won, and Tornberg gets it back. Let's go to 1A championship awards at 135.
6th place, Ben Lenny, Belle Plaine. 5th place, Larry Anderson, Winthrop, East Buchanan. 4th place, Corey Davis, Wapsie Valley, Fairbanks. 3rd place, Ryan Schweitzberger, Kingsley Pearson. Runner-up, Paul Kofelt, Leon Central Decatur. And the 135 1A champion from Truro I-35, Chad Stanley.
Chad Stanley gets a big hug from Randy Calvert, his coach. The coach of the winning wrestler gets to give the awards. It's always a nice touch. 135 pounds. Now we're going to 2A. This was a monster match, in importance for state team title, because it was between Osage and New Hampton, who will settle it at 189 pounds. The team title will be decided there.
Severson of New Hampton. 6th place, Brian Gilmore, Spirit Lake. 5th place, Dax Weedman, Dyke, New Hartford. 4th place, Damon Wick, Mediapolis. 3rd place, Lee Hansen, Pema, South Pema. Runner-up, Ben Euchre of Osage. And the 135-pound 2A champion from New Hampton, David Morgan.
Got beat by Ben Euchre twice during the year. Not only beaten, but pinned. And he saved the best for last. And he can afford a big smile up there on the top. He'll have an even bigger one if the 189-pound match turns New Hampton's way, but we'll have to see what happens when we get there. Now the 3A awards at 135.
3A 135-pound award. Coach Dick Briggs of Cedar Rapids, Jefferson. 6th place, Jason Kenny, Lewis Central, Council Bluffs. 5th place, Todd Johnston, Fort Madison. 4th place, Dustin Johnson, Des Moines Roosevelt. 3rd place, Jerry Basie, Pleasant Valley. Runner-up, Seth Scepter, Mason City. And the 135-pound 3A champion from Cedar Rapids, Jefferson, Mark Ironside.
The winner, Mark Ironside, for his coach Dick Briggs in Cedar Rapids,
Second year in a row.
Mark Irons, the only loss he had this year was when Jeff McGinness came up a weight, and they'll try it out in the Iowa wrestling room next year. The two of them both signed for the Hawkeyes. Mark Ironside. Well, we're coming up to 145 pounds, and we're still in the 1A division. We're going to be talking about Kevin Brisker of Lisbon, who finished 4th last year at a lower weight.
There's Chris Lembick stepping out there, right there in the light colored jacket. 2nd year out of Northern
and 2
Iowa.
state titles for Lisbon. The 1A team standings have Lisbon on top. They came to this tournament with 5 wrestlers. They lost Ike Light in the semis. He didn't get his 4th team title, but they had enough to wrap it up before we ever got to the finals. There they are. Lisbon, Don Bosco, Rock Valley, Belle Plaine, Clarksville. Boy, 5 teams that are in there every year.
Lembeck, 2 years coaching, 2 state championships. Not bad.
Not bad at all. Kevin Brisker will be going up against another experienced wrestler who has also some state place credentials. B.J. Miller of North Iowa Buffalo Center, coached by Scott Shetter. He's 33-1 this year.